Hello and welcome to this review of Evelynn's new lore, at least from these stories. What we know about her already is that she is a demon that has been born from the pain of many people. And she learned, or they learned, that it's another woman. So they learned that it's easier to lure people in when you look a bit like this. So that's why she looks like this and not like a horrible demon yet. So let's look at it. The art shows us Evelynn together with a Lunari priestess, which should be very holy people, but they're still lured in by their beauty. The priestess's pupils were blown wide and her hand trembled with nervous excitement. She was ready. This was the single moment Evelynn craved more than any other. She grinned and slowly shed her visage. Then, as always, the screaming began. And it's important to know there that it's more the screaming she wants than the longing or craving. So she evolves into this. Interestingly, her ability shows some of her personality as well, which says, whenever she's summoned, you summon a random husk. And a husk is an empty person. It's just a 0-1 that can't even attack or block. And when another unit on your side is summoned, they take over their stats. So it could be power if they have it, or their toughness. And they take their ability, so like fearsome or something, or elusive even. So that's what she does. And then when you or an ally kill an allied husk, which happens when they enter the battlefield, she gets the positive keywords as well, and they keep saying she, and they level up. So they become this. They still say when you or an ally kill an allied husk, give me its positive keywords this round. But also at the end of the round, you summon a random husk. Then if fewer than 6 allies have died, you transform her back. Otherwise she will stay like this, and you want this because they will give you new husks to play with, but also they have 5 power instead of 0, which is a lot more. So we see her, I won't try anymore, with their other demons. It says here, as Evelynn stalked Runeterra, she attracted the attention of lesser demons, each hoping to destroy the Widowmaker and feast on her power. She butchered most, of course, but a few talented individuals caught her eye. Today they live on, bound to their mistress. And when the mood strikes, Evelynn lets them out to play. So apparently she's a she, but in the old story they aren't. We're playing by my rules, she says in her personal spell, which says stop all enemy spells and skills targeting Evelynn, and she strikes an enemy. Create an Evelynn in your deck. So I think both are right, maybe something like that. One interesting thing is that we already had an Evelynn card, which is go hard, because here we see it said that Evelynn was the one talking here. So here, not too much interesting right here, but when you play Pack Your Bags, that's actually interesting. Sorry for the bad news, sorry I'm so bad, only took a minute for me to get all you had. Sorry for the bad news, no it makes you sad. I'll be here for a minute, baby, you should pack your bags. So kind of taking all you have, and that's what she does in her own card as well. Allure features Evelynn even in the art as well, Close to Love, just showing that she lures people in, but she can also be hateful, as we see in kill an ally to deal 2 damage to a unit and summon a random husk. Be as loud as you like, she likes people that scream. Then we have some of her other friends. Soltor is a random person that likes to speak with people. He's possessed by this demon, apparently. So he summons a husk. I think they all do, yeah. When I'm summoned, I summon a random husk. When you summon a 1-cost ally, which husks are granted +1 power. That's interesting because it works with other 1-cost units as well. But you can give your husks 1 power, which will give other husks that as well. And one other cool thing that we see here is that Evelynn is from the region, basically Runeterra, so all of the world. But then her friends are from some kinds of regions as well. So this is from the Shadow Isles, but here we definitely see someone from Shurima. We see this in the art really well as well. And again, you see their demon side on the right side here, sitting on the same throne. And she says that people in power like to be not so much in power sometimes. She likes to be in power, I think. Fora is not so subtle from the Shadow Isles again. We can see that she's not subtle because she just keeps her mouth like this. Unlike other demons who lure their victims in with false pretenses, Fora is too single-minded in her craving, too overwhelmed by desire. Rather than a predator who stalks her food, she's a wild beast who must be fed. Sounds not so nice. Does she have skins? No. Solitude acts like they are really a sad person, but then when they're helped they will eat them, I think. On my walk home from the entresol, I saw again that poor vagabond sobbing in a small alleyway. That so many veer around her so pointedly breaks my heart as much as her own palpable dismay. So tomorrow, should we cross paths again, I will endeavor to help her in any way I can. Her diary says, so she's probably dead. And then the most interesting, I think, is this guy that apparently has been able to sway Evelynn a bit. Evelynn's first encounter with Steam was a violent, thrilling affair. Evelynn remembered how he smiled with unbridled pleasure as she flayed him, and how he returned to suffering just as eagerly when it was his turn. This is so over the top. After finally overpowering Steam, Evelynn chose not to destroy the lesser demon, but to bind him to her forever. Perhaps she thought they could share their mutual love for butchery with the world. That's awful. And again, we see a bit of the demon here. Tentacles. Let's not say any more than that. I wonder, yeah, we see in the reflection here the demon. So every time in those pieces of art, we see a bit of the demon in the shadows mostly, but here, of course, it's right here. But oh, here's another part of the demon as well. So yeah, that's cool. A cool little bit of the art of her creatures. Yeah, and fitting, by the way, that this is a bilge water demon and he has tentacles. Yeah, that's cool too. So that was it for Evelynn's new cards. I think I would say do with them what you want, and stay away from demons.